this TikTok, please?
My niece just called an aquarium a water zoo.
You get the idea. It's the comment section I'm here for, widely considered to be quite good. Of course, this being TikTok, no one actually said the words quite good. They said lit, life, awesome sauce, passed the vibe check, flame emoji, fax no printer, and top tier flex for real 100. My friend's kid didn't remember the word tired, so he said he was bed thirsty. It's been my fave since. My cousin's daughter told me we needed to go inside because it was getting moony, like sunny, but at night. My daughter called humidity chunky air today. When my daughter was a toddler, she called tears panic water! Loudly panic watering face emoji, loudly panic watering face emoji, loudly panic watering face emoji. My son calls blueberries bubble plums. My son used to call eggs chicken drops. Son said one day if you die, I'll become a no homeboy. I was like, do you mean homeless? I forgot the word for tunnel when I was younger, so when we went past one, I yelled train-ho! Bra equals booby sock, and if I asked my son to repeat himself, he would say, oh, sorry, are you ear blind? Oh, this is precious. My son used to call ranch dressing lotion, but he couldn't say lotion, so he called it, ah yes, my old friend, Lucius. Detergent equals laundry sauce. My son called diarrhea pea poop. Burps equals mouth fart. Took me forever to figure out what my toddler meant when he said, I just farted out my mouth. When my nephew starts to sweat, he says, I'm melting! My daughter calls her feet her floor hands. My daughter called her ankle her foot waist. Daughter called her knees leg chins. My son used to call his forehead his roof. My cousin didn't know how to tell me she had a dream, so she said the story behind my eyes when I'm asleep. Skull emoji! My 3-year-old called the cemetery the death spot. Flushed face emoji. A dye field. A zombie patch. The berry park. When our grandfather passed in May, my little cousin said he was now in his forever sleep. That's deep. That's actually beautiful. You should have seen his face and how he was processing the news before he said it. He, 8 years old, reminds me of a Sheldon on Big Bang Theory. Very intelligent.
Matt, I'm sorry. He's passed.
Bazinga.
When my mother-in-law passed, my daughter said, oh, she's in the ground. Was she then? Fucking dirt mermaid. My son was trying to tell me to look at a cross on a church, but called it a Christ pole. My neighbour's kid called communion wafers Jesus cookies, with, of course, a Jesus juice.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. In the mood for some Jesus juice.
When my son was little, he asked me if Mother Nature and Father Time are God's parents. I was like, flushed face emoji. Some of y'all in this comment section lie. My kids ain't say that. When I was little, I called fireflies lightning booties. My godson calls shorts short pants, and I scream every time. Instead of saying she remembered something, my daughter would say she just had a rememory. When my niece didn't want something we was trying to give her to eat, she would say, oh, I can't want that. My nephew calls me his mother-uncle. Leaves are tree feathers. As a young child, I called feathers bird leaves. My kids called undercover cops the trick police. When I was a waitress, this kid called the tofu in his soup marshmallow chicken. I used to call the sky the higher. When I heard this kid say, oh, it's hot out, I need my short sleeve pants, I began to question everything I knew about everything. Oh yeah, but don't let Jazz hear you. You know, if Jazz... Oh god, My son called tyres car shoes. My son calls the barbershop the haircut store. My son calls pinching finger biting. My son called maxi pads lady diapers. I was appalled. My son calls food menus food maps. My son calls later a little bit night.
Beautiful. Thank you, mate. See you a little bit night. Cheers.
My granddaughter calls the Little Mermaid a fishy princess. When my daughter would pretend to have superpowers, she called telekinesis grab vision. Lol, my niece calls the water faucet a water hustle, she said, because it makes the water go slow and further. Face with raised eyebrow emoji, see no evil monkey emoji. I'm sorry, I'm ever so sorry, but what on earth are you talking about? Let's do a quiz, shall we? I'll give you, say, 10 of these and see if you can guess what the word in question is. My son went a whole winter when he was about 7 calling some things nature's popsicles. disco turkey. Building tattoos. Stabby grabbies. Earth hockey. Barbecue water. Cheese sugar. An ouch mouse emoji. Mouth bangs. Waterboarding. Wait till he finds out what waterboarding actually is, loudly panic-watering face emoji. Said when he was 5, you know, I think I'd really enjoy waterboarding. Smiling face with hearts emoji, loudly panic-watering face emoji, loudly panic-watering face emoji. You know, this comment section's full of bombastic praise over how smart these kids are that call surfing waterboarding and knees their leg chins. Thankfully, Brutal Patty is not fucking around. Called the grocery store a food library. I questioned, what about the late phase on returning what food that had been eaten? Absolutely. Feel free to correct these little plebs. My son calls the McChicken a chicken burger. It is, though. My son called any day that isn't today yestermorrow. Yestermorrow, that would mean today. My brother used to call his toes finger legs. No, leg fingers would be your toes. Finger legs are your arms. My nephew told me Mario's name was Mario and Luigi was Luigi Mario. But they're the Mario brothers. Wait, hang on. Hang on, what? My nephew told me Mario's name was Mario, Luigi was Luigi Mario, but they are the Mario brothers. Shut up.